Right. Hi, Marco. It's nice to see you again, Marco.
Hey, what's up, man?
How are you, man?
Good, good.
Awesome, awesome, man. I first off, I want to say I just love your character. He's so sadistic, so scary, but yet so cool. Can you tell me a little bit about your inspiration for, this character right here?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we wanted to bring a little bit of the horror movies, through this character. All the Asian cinema, like I Saw the Devil, Ichi the Killer, Audition, that atmosphere through this character that kind of gives you the chills, Terminator, No Country
Wow.
for Old Men, Javier Bardem's character. Uh, and yeah, man, it was a co-creation with Ernesto on wanted to explore on this world with this type of character that is more into that belongs more into the horror movies, how we can bring one of those characters into a martial arts movie.
Right, right. And was the hand knife was that a little homage to Enter the Dragon?
Yeah, of course, we knew it, and we wanted to, yeah, maybe, but it was tied to the story so much that, we thought that not just to do a homage, but also it was a cool element that gives a whole depth to this character and into the story. And well, I don't want to give spoilers, but you know what I'm
Right,
talking about, right?
right. Okay.
Go see it.
So, you played this cool villain here. So you've played heroes and you've played villains. So which one do you say you enjoyed playing more?
Yeah, you know what, man? I don't know, but villains are fun, man. They allow you to do some crazy stuff and go, you know, uh, I don't know, man. Villains are fun, man. I've been doing villains a lot in lately, killer games and the fight or flight characters, and they're all different. They're all, so it's cool. I don't know. Villains are fun, but also depends. I also did this movie in Chile, this good guy, the hero, and it's pretty fun. It's like it's a boxer movie, it's a real life story, and I don't know, man. They're all challenge. I have fun with it. I just try to do things differently. To do different things all the time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But you killed it every time, man. That's
Oh, thank you, man. I
so
appreciate it.
good. So when I spoke to Scott the other day, he said you actually designed all the fights for this film. And
Yes.
I love how gritty and realistic the feel of all the fights were. So what was your approach when you as far as the action style when you were developing the fights for this movie?
Yeah, I wanted to do that. I wanted to feel realistic and gritty and because you have this story that is so emotional, is real, and then you have this villain that he didn't want to suddenly start doing things that takes you out of that feeling. So I wanted to feel like intense and of course the fist and the hand, it was a new element, a different element that have give me a lot of headaches, but at the same
Uh-huh.
time, the opportunity to create something different.
Mhm. Mhm. And yeah, and with that knife hand, man, it got pretty bloody in this movie. It's pretty cool. And so we got to speak about you working with Scott again. Every time you guys come together, you create magic on screen. So how was it like working with him again on this film?
Yeah, I mean, working with Scott is always an honor, a pleasure, man. What I can say, man, he's a passionate martial artist like me. He's an amazing martial artist and a great actor, and being able to share a screen with him and share a movie and time, and it's always like a blessing, man. I had so much fun. We're very good friends, and I see myself in Scott. I see that kid. I
Hmm.
see the kid that was training in the backyard in his house and throwing kicks and being a knucklehead with martial arts, and I see that. I still see that, and I wanna, you know, bring that up. Like it's just we're just two knuckleheads that loves martial arts and love movies, and we want to share and do movies that we would love to see when we were kids,
Uh-huh.
like that inspire us, inspire, and maybe through our work inspire new generation and on this such a beautiful thing that is martial arts and cinema.
Right, right. And you guys, whenever you guys get together, every project, each one tops the one before. So this one was like the best one so far. And
Yeah.
I keep on imagining like this type of film is like this. You have a limited budget, so I was wondering like, what if you give Marco and Scott like a bigger budget? What they could possibly do? So hopefully in the future you get something.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, yes. That's the goal, man. It's like the more money, the more things you can do, you can play with, you have more time to prep things. We're always in that challenge in this type of movies where we need to solve problems, we need to think. That's why I approach every movie as a Olympic Games for me, physically, because I know that the scene is going to be as good as my condition is.
Right.
If I get tired, I don't have another day. If I'm not in shape and I cannot keep the rhythm, I'm not gonna finish the scene.
All
So
right.
it's a focus. It's like the way you approach these scenes and these movies. You gotta be trained, and you better be ready, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And one more question. So you work with director Ernesto Diaz like multiple times before as well. So how is it like reteaming with him on this one?
Imagine, man, we're friends since high school. We've been doing this since kids. We went, so being with him premiering our Hollywood movie is wild, man. It's wild. Imagine, like,
That's awesome.
we dreamed with this since we were 10 years old, so it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. You guys proved dreams come true, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, and dream come true, man. Well, Diablo, gets released tomorrow in theaters and on digital. So I can't wait for the audience, action fans to see it because I absolutely loved it. So thank you so much for your time, Marco, and
Oh, thank you. I
um,
appreciate for your support, man.
awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.